just took off to the field. We got them all ready. Leg Arms is grabbing one of the trucks. He's gonna run that out there too. I'm gonna go pick him up. We'll run another truck out there. Because right now we got 4 guys on the farm. We're hopefully gonna get Brad the Wiggly Wagster here too soon. So we'll get 5 and then that'll make the operation a lot smoother. And then you know what time it is. It's time to awaken the beast. Go to work. Well, we were just got everything out the field and the straw is really tough. Moisture's pushing 14.5, probably 15. I don't know, last night was a little humid. Maybe it absorbed a little moisture, but we're gonna drive around and see if we can find some wheat that's ready to go. The sun is not out and the wind is not blowing, so it's not great for getting moisture wicked out of the plant. So we'll see what happens, but if we can find a piece to cut, then we can go. Otherwise, it might just be a waiting game and then the rain comes tonight. So Leg Arm is doing a twist test. Not looking good. Twist, twist, twist. So you should be able to do 1 or 2 rotations and it'll shear right in 2. Not twisting it. So if that straw is not gonna break apart, then the combine is not gonna handle it.
I'm giving some pretty good force there.
Yeah, this is no good either. Stink. Well,
I mean, you'd have to beat on those heads pretty good to get those kernels out.
It's not worth it. We're gonna lose a lot. All right, let's try this field, see if we get any luck.
This is how we test the straw. You should wrap it 3 to 4 times, and it should break apart. It's like a rope right now. It's not breaking, it's just sitting there twisting around. It should shatter, and it's not. There's just a lot of moisture. Like that right there, I should easily break it off.
Yeah, it should have shattered.
And it just wads up in a ball. There's a lot of kernels trapped inside the heads that we're not going to be able to get out unless it's dry enough.
Okay, well, we might just have to park stuff and wait. Might have found a couple fields here. This stuff's not as good at yielding.
What we're going to do is we're going to cut this piece to our right, north. I got to cut it off. It's the 40-acre piece, but straw is a little drier.
Basically what he said. Straw's a little drier, so we might be able to do this. So we'll see. We're gonna hang tight and see how it goes through the combine okay. Check behind it, see if we have any unthreshed heads. If it looks good, we'll go get trucks. And then you know the thing that he likes.
Time to run this truck down the field, and then Nick can pick me up, bring me back. Just shuttling stuff down to the fields right now. And then we're gonna play the shuttle game. And I think today my job is to be the truck driver / run around and take care of things. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we are officially in winter wheat. Last night, got in there, not doing too bad. All right, let's go.
I jumped in for Brandon for a minute. There was some trouble with getting the combine set, so I'm just kind of seeing if I can figure it out. But we're in, this is recropped winter wheat. This was peas last year. We're running, seeing 10 to 20. So it's probably gonna run about that 14, 15 when it's said and done. Not good at all, definitely not good, but real short. But there's quite a bit of soft fly damage in a lot of this too. The downside is normally we can put crop lifters on and get that into the header, but that last rain on, was it Sunday, that's been a few days ago, it was so strong and so heavy that it shoved it all to the ground, so I don't even think crop lifters would pull it off the ground, so we're not even gonna put them on because you'd have to be digging in the ground to get them up. So, but this stuff seems to be ready enough that we're able to harvest it. That moisture on that monitor is not accurate, so ignore that. But it's cleaning well. We checked the back, heads are getting thrashed fully, so we'll keep going into this, get this done, see if we can find another one in the area, and then hopefully if the sun comes out and dries some of that better ground out, we'll jump back into that. So let's give a little bit of a jump all over the place until we get this figured out.
Ah, dark! And there's mac and there's something still. That's his food?
Oh yeah, that's not mine. Don't touch it. Leave it there.
Those are trigger trips. But Scott, so do you want to hear something? Sometimes there's grasshoppers in here.
Grasshoppers where? Who told me there's grasshoppers?
Wait, no, there is. They could be grasshoppers.
Where? Oh, you don't see any?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you looking hard enough? Well, after jumping around from field to field to find something that's ready, we're back here at the farmyard, and they're cutting that one right over there. And it's funny because the bottom of it, which is the low spot where the water likes to flow, it's like 50 bushel an acre. The top of it, where the water wasn't there, is 10. And just shows if it would have just had a little more this spring like that bottom ground did, we would have been in the 30s and 40s. And then we were trying to piece over by my house. It was 1 to 2 bushel an acre. That's the worst piece. I might have showed a picture of that earlier this year. That's what we figured we'd be zeroing out. Still probably could, I don't know. So, but let's do something about this. I think it's time to find out if something doesn't work. So we got to start putting some grain through it, start testing it, let's get the tractor hot. It's just kind of a trial run. We're just gonna just put her through the paces, and if it keeps going and things keep running, and if it breaks down, we'll try to find time to fix it.
That thing is pretty. Oh, she's pretty. So pretty. I love it. Gorgeous. Sounds pretty cool when it's driving by too. That's a good feeling. Still things to do on that thing. Still things to figure out. But we are in the testing phase. No pressure. Literally testing it out in the field as we go. There wasn't like couple years of testing. It's more of like, build it, let's go. Crazy, right? That's how things are done around here, I guess.
All right, we're gonna try dumping on the go here. Coming in way too fast. All right, scales are lit up. Zeroed them out, or I teared them, I should say. Let's put this in second gear, so we'll go above second. Actually, we're still in third at the moment.
All right, Nick is heading over to the combine. This is the first dump into the cart. Why not do it on the go? Because that's the whole point of having a grain cart. Man, she's kicking up dust. You gotta look at this thing. You ready?
First dump from the combine. Let me slow it down a little bit. A little slower. Third first. There we go. 4 miles an hour at 1,800 RPM. That's about right. Feeding it. Feeding the cart. What do we got for scale? You guys got reflection, sorry. See the weight going up? Great visibility up here. Oh, it's good visibility. Absolutely amazing. It's nice, I can see in the top of that cart from here. We don't have auto steer working quite yet, so I can't lock onto a line, so I'm gonna hand steer it, but that's not a big deal. It's pretty easy to do. Okay, he's done. Let's go to second. Throttle up. Drive away. And he'll swing his auger back. Perfect. And I got another combine that needs dumped. Let's go get him. this thing rides nice. 12-inch spacing. Can be a little rough, but not when you got these big of tires. First time in like, I don't know, 30-some, 40 years this tractor's seen work in the field. I will keep her in second as we go alongside him here until I get this figured out better. Second max speed's a little over 7 miles an hour. So we're going a little faster than he is, which is fine. I'll creep in. I don't know how close that exhaust tip gets to his spout there, so. Let it downshift, full throttle. There we go. Perfect. I need to put a mirror right here on the corner so I can see the header. That'd probably be a good place for a mirror. We can take it off during seeding season, but just right on the edge of here, a little mirror that I can turn and see. Looks like our Montana flag needs a little bit of maintenance. Oh, it's all done. Let's throttle up. Second gear. There we go. Third gear. Do fourth. How about that? Full throttle, about 15, 13 to 15, is that what it is? So let's go fill that international up. How's our temperatures here? Transmission pressure looks good. Transmission temperature, excellent. Engine, excellent. Oil pressure, solid. Looking good. Just our boost gauge isn't working yet for some reason. It was working earlier, but something must have happened, so we'll have to check that out when we get a rainy day. Everything else looks golden. Demco asked us which side we want the auger on the grain cart to swing out on, and we said, why not do the passenger side? That way it's easy enough. So just keep your eyes on the same side. You don't have to go to the other side. Just always focus on the right side. I think it's just simpler that way. All right, let's get first gear. All right, let's swing this auger out. Here's my joystick. Let's go out. Yeah. All right. How's our spout? That looks about right. Okay. Let's go up all the way. Okay, that's good. Just throw that on my lap. Let's creep up to the truck. Doesn't jerk nearly as bad when we got a load on it. Okay. Time for PTO, huh? All right. First thing we're gonna do, engage PTO, we're idle. Should start spinning here. There it goes, nice and slow, it grabbed. Okay, PTO's engaged. Now, I rev it up to roughly 1700, 1800, right there. Take this, let's open the gate up, or the door I guess they call it on here. Let's tip this forward a little bit, there we go. Open up. Let's try that much, we're gonna do a little bit at a time here. There it goes. There she blows. PTO's whipping. What are we at? Almost halfway. That's like just under half open for the gate. Let's pull the tractor just a little bit down. I can hear the turbo. A little vibration on the tractor, but not too bad. It's hard to say where that vibration's coming from. The bummer about this tractor is I can't creep, and I can't slam it into gear going this fast, and I can't throttle back to idle with the gates open. So what I'll have to do is, as this mound builds up here, this is where the operator's going to have to learn how to do this. Determine where you think you got enough there. I guess I can swing this back and forth, that'll help. Let's swing this, there we go. Oh, the wrong way, there we go, over there. Okay, we're throwing grain that way. All right, let's start closing the gate. Swing it back this way. Over, up, over, up, over, up. Okay, gate's closed. It's running out. See how we got it cleared out? Okay, now we'll throttle it back. So a safe range to shift. Put it in drive. Creep forward. Let's go a little more actually. Right there. Okay, throttle back up. 1800. Let's turn this joystick so we're pointed down. Right there. Open the gates up. It's open right there. There's a dial. I don't know if you can see the indicator on the front of the cart. Oh, that's too much. Pull back. So that should be around 900 PTO RPM right now at the RPMs I'm at. I'm about 1550, 1600. So we're mounted right here. Let's do a little more back that way. Let's start closing the gates. I don't feel like making a mess. All right, gates are closed all the way. We can throttle. Actually, I can just disengage the PTO. But probably be best to throttle back first. That way it's not idling. All right, so now I'm gonna adjust the throttle. Let's take this thing and let's pull it back. There we go. All right. Yeah, we still got 9,000 pounds of grain in here. I guess we can put them in that truck now.
We did it, guys. We did it. Oh man, that's crazy. And thank you, Demco. You guys did it too. Oh yeah. You got class with class. Oh, isn't that just sweet?
All right, so far so good. So this would be the third dump if he decides to dump at me. I know he's not full yet, but I'm an eager beaver, so let's see if I can convince him he needs to dump in this thing. If I'm not too close, let's pull out a little bit here. Right around 2,000 RPM does about 4 to 5 miles an hour. So it's about perfect. With this transmission, if I were in second gear, that'd be too fast, and if I were throttling back, it'd probably downshift back to first. So best bet is just stay in first gear for dumping on the go. It doesn't hurt the engine to run that fast. That's not that fast. It's not even under load too. It's just basically freewheeling the engine right now. All right.
Sweet swirling onion rings. Oh my goodness, that was sweet. Might not be a big deal to a lot of you guys because you're used to having grain carts and stuff on the farm, but we just built a tractor. Like literally just built a tractor. Granted, we used a lot of used components and the frame was already built, but in my opinion, I would say we built it because it's, well, you saw what it was and you saw what it is now. So the fact that it's out in the field driving around and the fact that that PTO is working, and I'm gonna hand it to Logan Clutch, by the way. I'm so jacked on how that thing works, and it basically, that was the key component to making this system work. And I'm pretty jacked about it. Oh, all the sleepless nights thinking about it. And so yeah. But thank you, Titan Tire. Thank you, Demco. Thank you, Clean Fix, and thank you, Logan Clutch. You guys are awesome. Oh, and thank you, Case IH. I got a seat from you guys and some sweet GPS stuff. Cool. Yeah, can't forget you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, let's go take this to the bin because it needs to be unloaded and ready for the next batch of wheat. Now, granted, that field is not necessarily making a whole lot. It was about maybe 12 bushels an acre, maybe. I don't know, it's hard to say. But that was some pretty bad looking winter wheat earlier on, and I thought it was going to be completely zeroed out, but it made something, so hey, gravy. Lots of gravy. Well, some gravy, not lots, some. So, anyways, yeah.
we leave it running when we leave, or is it gonna blow a line and just blow it all over the ground and then fry the pumps? Yeah, just don't think about it. There goes Dad, we're on new field. That's coming. That's probably gonna stop us soon. And I see flashing lights, so let's get fired up. Let's go get that combine. Let's see, is our tablet still on? We're good there. Wake up. There we go. Oh yeah, we're rolling. I'd get the drone up right now, guys, but I'm a little occupied with hands, so auto steer isn't working yet, so I can't quite do the drone. There we go. That's about right. So far, everything's been running pretty smoothly in this thing. I did have to throw a new set of fuel filters on it because even though I pressure washed those tanks with steam water for like an hour straight, they're still junk in there sloshing around, and the fuel filters are catching all that. So we're just gonna keep changing filters so eventually those tanks are clean. Yeah, a couple $100 in filters. Eventually we'll have a nice clean fuel tank. But once you change those filters, oh man, the power is night and day. You kind of forget how much power it has when it slowly starts dropping with plug filters. But oh, once you get them lit up, yeah, this thing rips. Here we go, throttled up. I've been watching the gauges here, and interesting enough, my front diff is showing an indication. It's above 100 degrees now. So that hot air blowing from the engine sitting on top of that front axle has warmed it up finally to where the indicator shows at. And that's normal. We always see that on these buds. The rear axle always stays nothing. Doesn't show anything. And the chain case is now showing a little bit of a temperature. Looks at 120 degrees. So that should be about right. The rest of these are all within norms. So far, so good. I noticed too, if I dump or if I lay into the horn, it dumps the tank pretty fast. That air goes, so I got to be careful with that. So can't be playing with the horn too much while you're doing something to eat air. But we'll probably have to add another tank on this tractor. It doesn't have a very big tank. I don't know how many gallons it is. Like a 15. I don't even know if they go by gallons. It's not a very big air tank. It needs a bigger air tank. Or two. So we'll see. There's room under there. We can fit another one. But for now, we'll see how far this one gets us and decide if we need another one. That storm's just been slowly coming, just slowly creeping this way. A couple lightning bolts here and there. It just hasn't really opened up over us yet, so we're just gonna try to get as much done here as we can. If it starts to rain, we'll probably shut down. and bring all this back. Well, I think he's gonna call it. So he's bringing the combine over. He's gonna dump what he's got on me. We'll probably just tarp it. Brandon's back there in that one. He'll be over here shortly. Air just got really cold, which means we got some downdrafts happening, and the rain's probably soon to follow. All right. Well, you got options. You can keep going until it starts raining on you, and then you get a big mess. And the combine gets all wet, and then you got wheat in the hopper and it gets rained on because you can't close the hopper with the wheat in it. And then you arrive in the combines home in mud, and they're all covered in mud, and you got to deal with that and wash that off later. Or you shut down a little early and see if it rains, get less cut, but you got a lot less mess if you get back on the field in like an hour or two. But this will probably shut us down for the day because it's getting later, so we'll see. Getting dirty. Old Glory here, red, white, and blue, is a little dusty. And not much to do about that. Not much we can do about that. We do have a camera kit on this cart. We just hadn't had time to get the monitor set up yet. So, rainy day like today, maybe we'll get a chance next week when it rains a bunch more. We'll see. But yeah, I gotta get that monitor from there. All right, they're taking off. Let's tarp this thing. Look at that clean fix. Beautiful. Keeping her nice and cool. All right. Woo. Thing will rip if you wanted to. Man. You gotta keep it above 1500 RPM, otherwise it downshifts. So, what am I in? I'm probably in 50 right now, doing about 1700 RPM. And that way it won't downshift, so I'll just stay right here. If you're even the slightest bit curious what's going through my head right now, it's thinking about back when I was welding all that drawbar assembly together, and that all the way to that car back there with those two combines dumped in it is sitting on all those welds that I did with the MIG welder. And no, I wasn't using shielded wire, and I had it turned up pretty hot, but I didn't preheat the iron like I should have. I guess it hasn't broke off yet, right? Still there? All right. Time will tell.